Hey friends, join me today as we do a little painting, a little decorating with some of my recent finds, and even a little baking. So here we are back again in the living room, back in the space that we've been decorating the last couple of weeks. A few weeks ago, I took you along as I styled these shelves, and then last week I gave you a little peek as I added that cute little bunny on the shelf. Well, this week I'm back here again, and I'm removing everything off the shelves already because I decided I wanted to paint the hutch. As I've been looking at our living room and wanting to make some changes in here, really soften the tone, I realized that this hutch, as much as I love it, it's such a contrast and a bold piece. And in order to soften the tone in the living room without having to buy new furniture, it's to paint the hutch. So I decided to paint it with Sherwin-Williams in the color Mothwing. It is the same color that I painted the hutch in the dining room. I love this color. It's just a beautiful, beautiful color. So I was fully prepared to paint it, but Wayne came in and offered to paint it. And I'm never going to turn down anybody to offer to paint. I'm not the biggest fan of painting, and that's purely because I just have no patience for it. I always just like to get to the end. But he was so gracious to paint it. He does so much painting and always does such a lovely job. So I figured I would reward him by baking him his favorite cookies, which are iced oatmeal cookies. They are on mothertime.com. They've been one of the most popular recipes for years and years. So I'm going to whip him a batch of that. So we're going to head into the kitchen. I'm going to show you some of my recent finds, and we're going to do a little baking. So while Wayne is painting the hutch, I have some new treasures that I want to decorate with. First is this primitive wooden citrus juicer. I thought was such a cool find. So I'm going to add it here on these shelves in my kitchen that I actually decorated with you a few weeks ago as well. And what I love about this is I'm just adding to what I've already done. I'm not really moving a lot of things around. I also found this marmalade jar. I always love finding these little crocks too locally because they can be expensive on eBay, but that was I think like $15 or $19. And then I also found this really cute copper mold. I thought it was really pretty for a few dollars too. So I'm going to add it here on the shelves as well. I recently picked up this antique primitive butter stamp that I thought was so pretty. So I'm going to put it on the shelves too. And I thought I would share with you some of my recent antique, thrifted, and home goods finds. These really pretty mugs are from Home Goods. They were only $7.99, but I love they look like pottery that you found at a cute little pottery shop. So I picked those up recently, as well as these fluted glass canisters for only $2.99. Great for storage or even gift in jars. I love the wooden lid on these. I also picked up these pitchers at Home Goods. I picked up two. I didn't realize that one was actually on clearance for $12 until I looked at the price here. And I thought these were just so pretty. I love the shape and size of them. And I thought these would look pretty once I put them on the repainted hutch. And how cute is this gold framed bunny print for spring and Easter? I thought was so cute. I love this little quilted pillow that I found at an antique store for only $12. And you know I can never pass up a basket. I love the shape and size of that one. I got some little Crocs I picked up, along with a few little pictures that I love the little blue stripe on. So we'll do a little decorating in the kitchen with those too. Also at Home Goods, I picked up a few blankets for the living room, and I just love these linen blankets from Home Goods. The quality, the texture, They're so beautiful. So I picked up, one was on clearance, and then I picked up the other one too. And then this beautiful stack of old books. These are all from Arcade Junction, which I love. I have a booth there too. And while I was there restocking my booth, I told Wayne to go and find me some old books. And he found all of these, and they're just wonderful. And he did such a good job. And also getting ones that all match too, which I thought were just so pretty. I love the muted tones, and I just love the stories behind these books too. They're all old and vintage. You just know that they were, used and loved, and I love old books like this. So he found these all to use on the hutch. So if you remember last year, I made a curtain to conceal my dishwasher. Maybe not so practical, but it looks so cute and cottagey. I loved having it there, but I made it with a gingham tablecloth. Now I have the check curtains hung up that I want to make a new one. And I don't hang it up all the time, but if I have company come over, I want to look cute, or if I just want to have it hung up there, I love it because it's using a magnetic rod. Well, this is a linen curtain. It's the same one that I have in my pantry that I used when I did my pantry makeover. So I grabbed another one. I was going to do it in this video, but I ran out of time. But stay tuned. We'll do it in the next video. And then here are a few of my other home goods finds too. I love the little dish mat, the little check dish mats. Aren't they cute and so springy? And then I also picked up these little copper little creamer and sugar, which was missing the lid, for only $4 too. So now we're going to head into the kitchen and do a little decorating with some of the finds. I'm going to add this pitcher and a few of my crocks here, and just play around adding some of my recent finds. On the other side of the stove, I decided to add some cutting boards, and the cutting boards I'm using are actually thrifted ones, but then I just dressed them. I shared that in a video, I think last year, just to make them look more aged. So I'm just going to kind of lean them here. It took me a minute to get it right, but I'm just leaning them here against the backsplash and kind of stacking one on top of the other, just layering them. And then next to it, I still have my crock that I have filled with, all of the utensils I use. So I'm trying to make it as practical and functional, but also very pretty and aesthetic as well. Decorating and redecorating is very therapeutic to me. There's something so satisfying about just moving things around here and there. While I'm having a cup of coffee, I love to maybe just play around a little bit or set like a picture here. And then Gumball decided it wasn't a good place. He's with me now helping me decorate. And he was right. So we're going to move that next to my mixer for just that little added touch. And then I also found this really pretty stool for only $10. And I love it here because we don't have that bar that I used to have here that I love to decorate. But the stool is actually functional because we don't have a peninsula. It's also just a really nice place to sit if you want to sit here at the counter. I also found this huge basket too, but I haven't found a home for that yet. So stay tuned. We'll find a place for that eventually. So now I'm going to wash these really pretty mugs so then I can make a hot cup of my coffee house coffee, which I love. I'm going to show you how I make that again because I make it all the time. It is so good. And then I'm going to bake some cookies for Wayne. So I really don't have exact measurements for my coffee house coffee. It just consists of liquid stevia. A few drops goes a long way, a little bit of maple syrup, and a little scoop of cinnamon. I mix it all together until the cinnamon dissolves and the consistency looks like this. And then I pour in my hot coffee, give it another good stir, and then top it off with creamer. It is so good. It tastes like it just came from a coffee house. And that is why I call it my coffee house coffee. I already had my cookie dough mixed and ready to go, and there's something I've always found so comforting about baking, especially on quieter days at home like this. Taking the time to scoop the dough, slide the tray into the oven, and just let the kitchen fill with that warm, familiar smell. Feels grounding in the best way. These oatmeal cookies are one of the most loved recipes on Mother Time, and they've been a favorite for years. They're simple, cozy, and always such a hit, whether you're baking for family, friends, or just to enjoy at home. I'll have the full recipe linked for you in the video description if you'd like to make them yourself. They're one of those classic recipes you'll come back to again and again. Once the cookies are cool, I'm going to mix together a scoop of confectioner sugar and a little bit of milk and whisk it all together until I get this consistency. And then I'm going to dunk my oatmeal cookies in the glaze, let it drip off, and then set it on my cooling rack. I have a piece of wax paper underneath just for easy cleanup for those drippings, and I'll let them sit there until the glaze hardens. And here is a peek of the kitchen with my new additions. It's so cozy. I love being in here. Really, this is one of my favorite looks yet for the kitchen, between the beadboard that we recently added and then the new additions that I just added. It's just feeling so cozy in here. I'm still trying to decide if I want to bring back my thrifted table, and I'm also looking for a larger rug in here too. So the wait is over. It's finally time to see the painted hutch, and I love the way it turned out. I'm so happy that we decided to do it. So I'm going to style it pretty similar to what I had, maybe just a few changes like these books. I love these books. I'm trying to decide how if I want to stack them, what I want to do. So I'm going to grab a few and lean them here on the bottom shelf and then use some for the top shelf. I've realized that I enjoy decorating so much more when I stop worrying about whether something makes sense and just focus on how it feels. If a space feels warm and comfortable to you, that matters way more than following rules or trends. At the end of the day, it's your home. You get to decide what feels right. I really wanted to put these pictures on the top shelf, but that shelf is so narrow that not a lot fits on there, but these books fit there, so I'm going to add those, and then I'm going to grab a plate and add that to it as well. And then I'm bringing back this picture too that I had here before, and then just a simple plate, keeping it very simple and cozy. And of course, I couldn't forget the bunny. At first I was going to put him next to the plate, but he didn't look right here. So I moved him next to the books and then decided to elevate it on top of a book. And I just love the way the shelves turned out. It's so simple and cozy, and I absolutely love the color too. So I actually decided to add a rug in this space too. At first I was unsure because we have a rug in the other side of the living room. Cupcake was coming to say hi really quick, but I was wrong. Once I added the rug here, it just really cozied up this space because I also have another new find to share with you. If you remember, I mentioned I had another chair here that just was not working out with all of the cats, and I really wanted to find a rocking chair, and I found one on Facebook Marketplace that was perfect because it has that raw wood look. The person that I bought it from was going to refinish it, And so I found it and it just fits the space perfectly. So I'm putting the rug down. Gumball is assisting, of course. And then I'm also going to change out the basket that I have on the table over here too, because I had another basket here, but I decided to put this basket here that was actually on top of the hutch. And here is the rocking chair. And it is just beautiful and lovely, and just I love the way it looks in the space. I'm going to add the basket next to it along with this blanket from Home Goods so I can sit, enjoy a cup of tea on my new rocking chair. Since I added the new rug, I knew I also wanted to change the rug here with the couches too. It's small, it's only 8 by 10. We needed a larger rug, and I just had this one here temporarily until I got a bigger rug, and finally found a bigger one and dragging it in. So I'm thinking of how I'm going to put it down here. So just like that, I have this beautiful rug that just fits the space perfectly and coordinates so nicely with the other rug. I absolutely love it. It's so plush on my feet too. We love this rug. And so I decided to also change the vase that I had on the coffee table to this crock. I was going to add these stems back in, but they just looked out of place as well. So I grabbed some faux baby's breath that I had because you don't want to use real baby's breath with cats because it can be toxic to cats. And especially with 8 cats, we definitely don't want to use that. So just going to add some faux baby's breath to my crock along with one of my duck decoys and a lovely candle. And the candle I am burning is Country Pear from Antique Candle Co., my absolute favorite candles. But this Country Pear just smells so good, especially if you are itching for spring like I am. It's perfect. So I'm adding this blanket here to this chair and then this bowl with some pears. And here's how the living room turned out. It is so light and cozy, and just by painting that hutch, gave this space a fresh new look. There's still a few other little changes I want to make, but I'm not rushing it, and I can't wait to take you along as I make those changes. All right, friends, I think that's a good place to wrap things up for today. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. I really hope this video felt cozy and inspiring in its own way. If you'd like to see more, I'll have everything linked below, and I'd love for you to stick around and join me again. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, friends.